Hello, this is Banana Gaming and Toys, and I'm your host Maverick. And today we'll be doing mystery. I'll just call it mystery unboxing because everyone forgot what's inside of the box. So first things first, let's get into the box and let's try to guess the name. So this is Sasebonishi. I'm probably butchering every single one I say. Well, let's quickly cut into it. And then just cross. Oh no. But, as you may not hear, it is also still Halloween. I'm going to record like 3 videos on Halloween due to the season. I don't know what to do this Halloween since trick-or-treating is kind of boring and kind of dangerous too because of all this thing going around. Oh. And just poke it in. Alright. So, again, I think it's probably a Japanese tradition by now that we, of course, have a thank you card. Let's just open the thank you card first. Since I get stuff from Japan, there's quite a lot of these things. So, let's just open up the back. I kind of like it. Like, why can all countries do this? Well, for America, it would be... oh, never mind. It would be something strange. But you just generally get, like, a good old pack of tea. There. We'll just put that there. And then, what we got, the person, and a thank you note. And just a thank you note about, like, appreciation and things with a stamp on it. And let's pull this out. Let's just put this on the floor. Get the bubble wrap a little bit off. And now, we have the Nezuko during the Temori and the Arrow dude fight. With what's it? With the what was it called again? But I'm guessing this is just her in combat mode. So we have an angry Nezuko. Oh, this seems awfully strange. Now this looks already like a pretty wide box suited to kick, and it is made by banpresto. And it looks like a pretty good figure from the front. So let's crack into it and see what it is actually doing here. All right. Now we got. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. This is actually kind of a small one. It's the main body is kind of small for how big the box is. So that's something. Because with this size of this big of a box, I thought it would be at least giant. But I'm pretty sure that's like the Japanese wording for like the comparison size, maybe. Well, no, not really. It's slightly bigger, as you can see. yeah. So this is just the front, and then this is actually how small it is. So, what it lacks in size, it has to lack in, well, details. So let's see if it actually does soon. And let's grab the head. Now we just secure the head onto the body. How does this? Oh. It has to go with the shoulder. And go into position. Let's just try it. Alright. So, this one's supposed to be in the air. I really do hate it when these things are so small because it means they're probably pretty fragile. And how do I... Ooh. That's going to be a tight squeeze. Whoa. What are they intending with this? So... With this figure, they've made this molding slightly too far back, so it's kind of hard to push this securing pin in. So I just have to try my best by pushing. I'll just try my best here. So, this is a Nezuko Kamado, I guess, fighting face? Like fighting stance type of thing. Now, immediately I noticed on the head there's like the slight orange paint just sitting there. I think it's just some random factory error. And remember, this video is being taken on Halloween, which is a holiday for most places on a Sunday. So of course you're going to hear in the background some random fireworks. Just ignore it. And now let's take a closer inspection. The eyes are pretty detailed for how small they are. Did they do the nails? No, they did not. It is very small though. Like, it's the size of this one almost. But its head is smaller. Its body is slightly slimmer, I think. Personally, I don't really like to get really small figures because they're pretty fragile, right? Because like for this one, because then they have to put up really high standards, and with really small fine details, there's always going to be like paint errors here and there because there's a lot on this one. So that's why you generally don't want to get a really small figure. I do like that they've included, well, is there an angle that I can show you? Like, there's this the end of the band, which they don't generally do, because they generally try to hide it. Because there's extra molding onto the backs, but they included that. I like the amount of detail put into the kimono pattern. I don't exactly know what to say here. So, first impressions, I guess. For the text, first impressions wise, I'll give it like an 7. There's a few errors on it, and it's also very small, like a really small figure. And the fact that most of the time it's going to be pretty like, it's going to take up a ton of space even though it's pretty small. And because they put a pretty big base there. And because of the paint errors too. Now, let's try to figure out the texture because I really have nothing else. It's pretty jagged here and there. And there's paint errors. I'm still finding more. There's one, there's there. And there is just a little bit of extra molding on these little things. But still, it is a pretty nice figure to have. As long as you look at it from afar, at least. Now, let's get the height of it. The diameters. So, I was just doing it from the base to the top, since you're going to always have to use the base. It is just about 7.5, like 6.5 inches, and its width, I won't even, well, yeah, I will, I guess, 6.5 by 6.5 inches. Yeah, pretty close. So, yeah. Well, the last time we unboxed one of the Universal Studios Nezuko boxes, like a Nezuko popcorn box. If you don't know what that is, you can search it up. I should try this one too. But I've noticed that we've been getting quite a lot of these pretty detailed figures from this dude, so I guess we'll just put this guys here for now, and you can just scan it however you like. If you want like figures like these, you can just contact them. So what should I say here? Well, let's just try to go to the final judgment of like what I'll give this. So, painting wise, it'll be a good 7 or 6 out of 10, because there are a few things that someone could do with a brush going over it. So it isn't the best of like products, because like even for this one there's way less paint issues, even though there's a little bit more like coverage, because there's like the whole entire back area here that could have been avoided, but like, and the fact that there's just this, she's holding the water reed. I'm not exactly sure how she's actually drinking it, so yeah. But for this one, I'll give the modeling, it's good, so I'll give it about an 8 out of 10. Material wise, it's pretty solid, so that's another 9 out of 10. And then actual bang for your buck, this, I'm pretty sure we got this thing for like 20-ish bucks. So it's like a middle line of figures. It's not too bad, but not too good. So it's pretty neutral here and there. So altogether, I think the bang for your buck is like a 7, because if you put this amongst a crowd of a lot of these things, it stands out a lot, because they're all in neutral poses and this one's actually fighting, so it stands out quite a lot. And the fact that it's a smaller figure also might like be a little bit less for your money, because it's smaller. It's like kind of like on Amazon, always check your diameters, right? So you gotta generally check the diameters of the figure before you buy. That's why I'm here. So for your bang for your buck, it's about, I'm gonna give it like a 7. So altogether, I'll give this figure 7 out of 10. It's not the best, but not the worst. There are a few more figures that you can actually get for just about the same amount of money, but actually might be a little bit better here and there. And there were a few videos that I had figures that are just about the same amount of money that you can go check out on our channel. Anyways, like and subscribe. This has been Gaming and Toys. I'm Maverick, and I am out.